Hi, I'm Christian Ortega.
I'm Andrew Davis,
and this is Real Talk Cigars.
All right, brother, what are we smoking today?
Well, man, today we have the Acid Kuba Kuba cigar.
Yes, Acid cigars are all handcrafted in Drew Estate's Esteli, Nicaraguan factory. What truly sets the Acid cigars apart is their secret infusion process, which produces a cigar smoking experience which is unlike any other. Would you care to elaborate on this, bro?
Yeah, a little bit of history about the cigars, or the Acid company in general. In 1998, a Long Island native by the name of Jonathan Drew, he just wanted to make his mark in the cigar world. Well, he only had so much money, so he ended up employing a handful of cigar rollers in Esteli, Nicaragua. Back in New York, his partner and co-founder by the name of Marvin Samuel was leading like the whole corporate side of the business, and their warehouse was in Brooklyn's Dumbo, which is the down under Manhattan's bridge overpass.
Yeah, the office was on J Street and shared by Scott Acid Chester. The then emerging artist in the Dumbo art scene. That's where he was emerging from and everything. Scott's mix of industrial and urban kind of graffiti kind of art was the perfect environment to launch these types of cigars, and it really just kind of set them off. So.
Yeah, it was good. Now today, cigars is the most widely desired, or so the description claims, by all cigar aficionados. It's very good cigar if you're a starter, a beginner smoker, anything like that. It's something very good to start off with, or so we are told. Yeah. It has a lot of flavors and all that, and I know the filler is mostly mild tobaccos, and a lot of the flavor comes from the infusion process, which is really secretive.
Yeah. I haven't really. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
I was gonna say I haven't really heard too much about this. Really, you're the one who did most of the research on this, but it kind of seems more like a mild smoke anyway. Maybe towards someone, some of you newer people, but it's definitely different. The smell is like it's kind of a minty.
It's very good smelling. What I'm expecting, based on what I've heard of the cigar, is very flavorful, but it's not gonna be from just the tobacco grown itself. It's gonna be a very not bad, but artificial flavor.
Yeah.
As far as the cigar goes itself, there's no cracks or anything like that. It seems to be very well made.
Yeah, they're really well made.
It's double capped.
Yes.
And I don't know. I'm excited to smoke it. See how it is. I've heard a lot about these cigars, so we'll see just how good they are. Anyway.
Yes.
All right, guys. So let's go ahead and cut the ends, and we'll start toasting.
Come fly with me, let's fly away.
Wow. Okay. Well, first thoughts. I'm blown away. It's almost like the end is tipped. Like at the very end, they flavored the end or something.
Really good,
you get an awesome tobacco taste, and at the very end, it's a very sweet, almost like a caramel or
it's like a candy.
Sweet
it's like candy
taste.
sweet.
And maybe a vanilla. A vanilla would be good. It's fantastic, though. What do you think about it?
I don't know about the vanilla. I'm not personally getting vanilla that much, but I'm getting the sugary kind of just candy. Like it just reminds me of candy. I don't know. Valentine's Day kind of Christmas kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So.
If you have a sweet tooth, this is definitely something that you would enjoy.
Thing is, it's definitely not overbearingly sweet. It's just like a hint. So it's like you're not smoking a freaking candy cane. You know what I mean?
Yeah, mine at the end is when the sweetness kicks in.
Yeah, me too.
At first, I get the tobacco taste. I really enjoy that, but then the finish is that sweet with the tobacco.
Yeah, it tastes good.
And you can lick your lips. It's not gross or anything like that. There's a little bit of an oil left on there.
Yeah,
but it's definitely good.
Well, I barely have any oil in mine. So.
On your lips.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's very.
It's good.
It's very good.
So it's definitely not overbearing. No, in sweetness. It's like a hint. So anyway.
Alrighty. Well, we'll let it get down to about the first third or so. We'll let you guys know what we think as it develops. Alrighty, folks. Well, we are in about the first third or so of the cigar, and I have to say it's really hard to get like a lock on the actual flavors of the tobacco because of the sweetness. Again, if you're a sweet tooth kind of person, it's not a bad thing. But if you were looking for like really some bold tobacco flavors, this probably might not be the cigar for you. Like the tobacco tries to come in there to me, and it's almost like sort of that earthy, almost like it wants to be peppery tobacco. It's still mild tasting, but then the sweetness just comes in and overpowers it, but in a good way.
I agree completely. It is kind of hard to get a lock on the flavors. I'm about to have to ash mine real fast. That's about how long the ash stays on. Let's see if I can. Okay, yeah. You know, kind of fell off weird, but ash holds on pretty well. The burn is pretty much razor sharp, as you can see.
Yeah.
Pretty good burn all the way through. I kind of lit mine bad and it fixed itself, so that's a plus. But yeah, flavor-wise, it's kind of hard to lock onto the flavor. The sweetness, it's definitely not overpowering, but it hasn't really gone away yet. And I mean, we're only into the first half of the cigar. I mean, I'm sure to go in a little bit, but it's like the tobacco taste tries to come in, and the sweetness kind of just like washes over it. Not in a bad way though. I know it might sound negative, but it's really not. Definitely though, if you have a sweet tooth, get this. If you're looking for bold tobacco flavors though, this isn't for you. Nothing against this cigar. It's a very good stick, but I mean, if that's not your cup of tea, then you know I would avoid this. But so far, so good. Performance is excellent. The construction was excellent.
Another thing, the smoke output's actually
smoke
really
output,
high.
yes. Yeah, it's pretty thick smoke.
And you get any smells like the smell I get coming off the foot? It's almost like a potpourri smell. That's what it kind of reminds me of.
You know, I can't really pin what the smell is. Like here. Yep.
I mean, I don't know about the room note, but just whenever I'm smoking it, sometimes I just let it hang in my mouth, and it's almost like a potpourri smell. It's very enjoyable though, and I don't think you would get any complaints from anyone sitting around you.
No, I can't really describe the scent to me, but the only thing I really got out of it is like when you take it out of the wrapper and you smell it, add a slight smoke scent to that, and that's exactly what the smoke smells like off the foot.
Maybe a little bit minty. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Kind of just like, in my opinion, you know, two heads are better than one. But it just kind of smells like it does when it comes off the wrapper, just with like a slight smoke hint to it. You know what I mean? So anyway, though, so far so good. We'll let you guys know as we approach the band point.
Well, we are about to the band point now. Something I've noticed, like, I was trying to figure it out because I've never smoked a cigar like this before, whether it was the filler that was sweetened or what, but it's the tip. The tip, they sweetened the tip. So it's been dying down now. We're getting more tobacco flavor.
It's still there, though.
Yeah, it's still there, don't get me wrong, but it's just not as powerful as it was at the beginning. But when we first started the cigars, I couldn't stop licking my lips, honestly. Like, I mean,
Tastes good.
It was really good. But it's still good. It's an enjoyable smoke. I've really been enjoying this cigar.
I'm going to go ahead and take off my band.
Yeah, there's two bands, by the way. It's like two shoulder bands. One
got
says
a little bitty one,
Kuba Kuba,
and then you got your acid one,
the actual type of cigar.
And as always, I keep mine.
Something I do like about most of these bands that we've been trying is that the people just use the little. Oh, there's a little nice message from Drew Estate. Gives you their website on the inside of the band.
Visit acidcigars.com. You're welcome, Drew Estates.
Something that I really do like about most of the cigars that we've been smoking is the wrappers. They're not using the giant globs of glue, because that'll take off a piece of the actual wrapper leaf of the cigar. They just use the instant stick-on. I mean, nothing goes wrong with them. It's really nice. But I mean,
you know, one thing, this is kind of random, that it just recently, as the sweetness has been dying down and tobacco's coming forward, it kind of goes from candy to like a dessert. And I know it's pretty similar, but like to like a baked good is what it reminds me of a little bit. I don't know if
I can see that. I can see
it
that.
Kind of like,
it's not like you're eating candy corn or a candy cane.
Now it's kind of like,
now it's like a sweet
brownies is what it brings to my mind.
Or something
in a
like
way,
that. It's truffle. I mean, this is an awesome cigar. I mean, I'm definitely going to be looking out for more of these.
We'll definitely visit acidcigars.com.
Add a couple to your collection if you're into those sort of things. I mean, it's a flavored cigar, but it's not like I don't want anyone to get mad, but it's not like a cigarillo or something like that. Yeah, it's still a cigar. It's still a fantastic smoke. But
really enjoying it so far, guys.
Definitely. So we'll let it get down to about the last third or so, and we'll let you guys know what we think.
All right, folks. Well, getting closer towards the end. We're not going to end it yet, but it's we've been smoking it for about 30 to 35 minutes, somewhere in there. So it's not as long as I anticipated, but I've enjoyed every second of this. I'm not going to lie. They've won me over. This is a really good cigar. It's definitely something you have to experience. It's hard to describe to get the whole panorama of it, but it's very good. I really strongly encourage you guys going out and buy a stick of these. What size are these?
These,
Robusto?
I honestly cannot recall.
I don't remember.
It's the Kuba Kuba cigar.
Yeah, so I mean,
So,
we're sorry guys, we suck. But anyway though, I noticed before I ashed my last one that on the ash, I mean you can't see it, but there is little bitty white specks. I'm like, I was talking to him, I was like, I've never noticed these before. We think it's like a
maybe
sugar or sweetener.
maybe they spray. Maybe it has to do with the infusion process.
Yeah.
You know, we don't know, but I mean, still, though, it's just something interesting. It's on the binder, so I'm not sure what it is exactly. But
it suggests that not only the tip is dipped in whatever, but also like maybe the tobacco is like sprayed with like some, I don't know. I mean,
sugary water or something like that. I mean, I don't know.
yeah, I can't show you, but like you, I mean, I'm looking at it right now. It's just little bitty white specks. So it's really cool. I thought that's cool, and I've never seen that in any other cigar. I've smoked a million by now, but
yeah.
I don't know. Just quick update, guys, and things are still going well.
Yeah,
What do you
definitely. The tobacco taste itself, like now you're getting more of the tobacco taste because you're a little bit past the ban point, and
yeah, for sure.
It's really just a good, solid, mild tobacco. I'd still recommend this to any beginner, definitely, and even those who just want to try something new. I have never.
It's
smoked
definitely new.
I've never smoked a cigar like this before.
Yeah.
So
I think everyone should, just try it out.
Give it a shot.
Give it a chance.
Definitely.
Yeah. We don't regret it.
I definitely like these. I'm adding a couple to my collection.
For
just
sure.
To smoke regularly.
Yeah.
But,
These have taken one our hearts over. They're taking
Definitely.
their place on the regular rotation. So.
I remember commenting on the peppery taste, but then the sweetness would swoop in there, and I wouldn't really get to taste it. Now I'm getting more of it. It's really just a mild. It's nothing.
Yeah.
Almost like maybe a white pepper.
Yeah.
It's not much, and so
now that the sweetness is gone, we can tell.
I'm getting more of the tobacco taste now, but it's still very enjoyable. I really like it.
Yeah.
I guess we'll get it down to the very end, and we'll give you guys our closing thoughts. Alrighty, well, sadly, we're down to the end of our smoke. You know, it's about that time. I wish it wasn't. I wish maybe I'll look for some longer cigars by Acid next time, but I really enjoyed it. Andrew mentioned earlier that the smoke time was pretty fast. Honestly, I think that's our fault. I don't really think the cigars have been burning that fast. I think we were just encouraged because of that sweet tip to keep puffing on it.
And it's a great cigar too.
Yes, it's been very good. I've really enjoyed it. Honestly, I think that's why it's been so fast. Really, we've been smoking for about 50 minutes now. Right at 50 minutes. So it's still a very enjoyable cigar. I would recommend it to anyone, beginners, aficionados.
Everyone needs to try this at least once.
It's definitely something that you need to add to your band collection for sure.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Me? Well, mine's getting really hot and mushy. I don't know if you can see that. It's really mushy right now. It's getting really hot. But these, more than any other cigar, I've never smoked a cigar this far down. So that means, it's well constructed all the way down. Tobacco was packed evenly all the way down. It's just getting mushy because, smoking it for a while. But, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's been a really good cigar. It's definitely taken first place or second place, in my opinion. Those other ones, I don't know. They'll have to battle it out.
It's hard for me to compare because it's almost like in a league of its
own.
own.
Well, it's in a league of its own for sure.
Like, it goes from almost like an immature sweetness to a very mellow,
mild,
moderate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very nice flavor change. The room note hasn't changed at all. It still has that potpourri smell to it, but it's still very good.
Yeah. I'm just really impressed with it. Like the make of the cigar has been really, really good. I bite my cigar, so it's kind of unraveling. Don't attribute that to the makers. It was very well made. Yeah, I mean, I really just recommend everyone gets this. It's very it's complex. It's surprising. It's fun. It doesn't get boring like a lot of other cigars. It keeps you guessing. But anyway, man, final verdict.
Final verdict, Mr. Drew, you've done a fine job. I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
I'm gonna go a little higher. I say 9 out of 10. So average that to 8.5. So far, out of our few reviews, but it's definitely the highest ranked one.
It's definitely up there, yeah.
Out of our opinion, But yeah.
Again, this is all our opinion, guys. Go out and find out for yourself. Just like the description said, you have to smoke it to really know the truth. And honestly, I'll back that up now.
I do too, yeah.
Fantastic cigar.
Great job, guys.
Alrighty, well, this is Christian Ortega.
Andrew Davis.
Saying hasta mañana.
Stay blessed.